Welcome back to EFC TV. This is the transfer news. Well, yeah, transfer news. Just the transfer news really for this week. Transfer news really. I'll say this week, but transfer news. Obviously, players that have been linked to. Obviously, players have been linked to him, and the players leaving as well. I might mention some of them. Don't know really. Anyway, obviously, we linked with kelehi in. If I say it in inheacho, or I would say no. Obviously his club Leicester. His club. Leicester City. He's at Leicester. Obviously, again, a player that I think a few years ago he was in Man City's side. He's a player that played for Man City, and obviously I think he went to Leicester. If I'm right, I think he scored a few. If I'm right, I think I believe he scored a few goals against us when we played at home versus Leicester, and a few times he had actually scored, and I think he had actually scored a few goals as well against us and other teams as well. But okay, you know what? Yeah, obviously age 26 as well, 26 years of age. He's a left winger and right winger as well. So again, you know what? He's a player that I think we probably could use with more, because again, he's a player a bit like tomorrow Gray, but again, I think with inheacho, he has the ability to get a goal as well. Is that right? He has the ability to create a good chance to get a goal, whatnot. He can also score a goal as well. I believe he has scored a few goals as well in the past as well. So again, you know what? Do I think he'll be good? You know what? Okay, do I think he'll be good sign it? You know what? I actually do think he'll be a solid. You know what? I actually do think he would be a generally good, solid signing for us again. You know what? I do think he will be a general. You know what? I do think he'd probably be a good, solid signing for us as well. Again, you know what? I think I mentioned news about that in a minute. He scored 5 goals and he has 5. Again, you know what? He's got 5 goals, 5 assists. Again, no, he's had a few good goals and a few good assists. Again, it's like, you know what? Okay, I think also we have missed out on a player recently. I can't remember the player's name. We have been missed out on him now as well. Let's say we missed out on player likes of Wilfred Nonso, right? At least, right? We missed out on him, right? You've got inheacho, who, again, you know what? Probably a bit more experience than inheacho's got than Nonso would have. But again, no, he's a player that you go, you know what? That's right. You can play in the left or right of the wing. You know what? He's a player who can play there. Listen, unless I'm playing like a 4-3-3, right? I'm playing wings up there, right? Where we have to have like a back wings up there who can create a chance, create a good chance and get a goal. No, and I think he will be, and I do it believe because again, he could do that. He could probably score a goal. Listen, right, I don't support Leicester, but I don't know people support Leicester. Listen, obviously, I don't support Leicester, so I don't know if he's any good. Listen, if you're a Leicester City fan, is he a good player? Does he create chances? As like the stats have said, because I've read off and I've looked at your stats one up. Obviously, that's the first one we've been linked to him. Yeah. Then obviously the second player we've been linked to is Brian. This now I am not trying. We've been linked to Brian. Is it Brobbey? Yeah. Brian Brobbey. Brobbey. Brian. Yeah, I can't do his name right. I've also been linked with. Okay, you know what? I don't think that's. You know what? I really hope that we do go try and sign. You know what? I really hope we do go and try and. You know what? I really hope we do go and try to sign in that job. His name was. Then we've also been linked with the second player I've been linked with is then also we've been linked to Brian. God, Brobbey, I think, yeah, it's his name. Obviously, he's at obviously his club. He's at Ajax again. He's 20 years of age. He's had 13 goals and 3 assists again. So you know what? I think he'd be a perfect replacement. I think we actually sell Domic out. I think we do sell Domic Calvert-Lewin to. I think we have to. I think we have to sell Domic Calvert-Lewin. If we have to sell Domic Calvert-Lewin, I think he'd be a brilliant player because again, obviously he's got, like I said, obviously he's a striker as well. He's scored 13 goals and he's had 3 assists and 13 goals. Again, that record is a pretty good, solid record for goals and assists or not. But again, you know what? I actually think he'd be a good, solid signing for us if we went out. Okay, you know what? I actually think he'll be a good solid sign. I think he's a player that we need to be looking at, because again, you know, young players now. You sell young players now, you get a lot from it. I think the good, yeah, I think listen, if they're good young players, he signs and he does well for a few years, then we sell him for a decent good fee, right? And then we get money, and then we go and get the next one like that, and then it works like that, where it's like a youth system type system where it comes in, and it's not. I think personally, yeah, obviously. If you know what, I actually think he'll be good sort of sign. Okay, I think we actually go out and sign. You know what, I think, listen, okay, you know what, I actually think, you know what, I think we actually go out, you know what, listen, I think if we actually go out and sign this player, I think he'd be a good sort of sign for us, so yeah. Now, we've also been linked to our sisters, we've also been linked with, we've also been linked to, I have boulaye. Yeah, we've also been linked to boulaye. He's at Club oh God, the name I can't, but obviously boulaye. Obviously, 4 player. We've also been linked to boulaye. Obviously, he's at Santa Ana, is it? Yeah. See, Sanernitana. I think that's the club name of the pod. Listen, I do apologise if I butchered the club's name, because it's like, you know the word "an," but there's no N at the end of it, so it's like Santi-Ana or something like that. So I do apologise. Age 26 again, good solid age. You know, players. No, he's had 16. He's had 16 goals again. That's a really good solid number for goals. So again, that's good. He's had 6. He's had 6 assists again. Assist record does start. Okay, to me, obviously, his assist record does look quite. Okay. Yeah, I think it's this way. He does seem. Yeah, obviously, he's had 6 assists again. You know what? His assist record does look. That generally looks really like a really good assist record as well. Okay, you know what? It's like, you know what? Obviously, he's it. All right. There's not put his position now, but obviously he's a. Listen, I don't know. Listen, I don't know his positions, but it's like, you know what? I've said this. I said this a few weeks back, right? You know, when we were linked with so many Asian players. When I mentioned Asian players, I mentioned Asian players in the Ultra video. I mentioned some Asian players we were linked with. Okay, you know what? You know what? I'm thinking. You know what? The fact being, the fact of being linked with a player, right? Bilal, right? He's 26 of age. He scored 16 goals. He has 6 assists. Bonus. Yeah. You know what? Listen. You know, I actually think he'd be a good, solid sign, because again, you know what? If he'd a player that we could probably rely on, he could probably come in. You know, he could probably come in the third. He'd probably come as a sub, or he'd probably start, and then he could probably come in a few games. He could actually come in a few. He could actually come in a few games. He could actually come in a few games where he can play, create a few chances, and maybe get like a goal for himself. He's a player that can bring on. He's a centre foot. He obviously, I think he's a striker, or I believe he's like a winger or a striker. I believe. Listen, I didn't write his position down, but I believe he's a striker slash. I believe he's a striker. I think he's a striker or a winger. Yeah, I believe he's a striker, something like that. I believe he's a striker. Listen, I believe he's a striker. I think it's what I've heard. I think he's a striker. I don't know the news, but I think he's a striker. So again, you know what? Okay. Listen, let's say that. Let's say that Domic Lewin obviously is it. Let's say that Domic Lewin gets injured again, right? Because it probably will happen. It probably will happen. Somebody it will happen though. Okay, let's say he gets injured, right? Let's say Domic gets injured, and then we've got. I think obviously because we've got Dan Juma, obviously again he's a winger, but he can obviously centre forward. Okay, yeah, that's a good option there. Again, and then you've got real idea, right? He's a striker. You know, he's a main striker. He can play up front. He can score a few goals. Okay, you know, he has scored a lot of goals. So, okay, you know what? I think he would be a player I'd like for us to go and sign, because again, you know, players like him, like young upcoming players, they are what football's about now, where you've got to have like those young players in your squad. But and then if you get like a bid, like a really big price bid for that player, you sell him for that fee, that price, whatever it may be. But yeah, That's, yeah, you know what, I really do hope we go and sign him. Yeah, obviously the other player, the fifth player we'd be linked with, and the fifth player that we've been linked with is Anthony, oh god, his name I can't pronounce. I think, let's not get him because, well, I think he's on this list because obviously the players obviously, there's in two players on this list aren't actually signed for someone already, but they're on, I think at the time when written, they either were playing clubs, so. You know, obviously, we've also been linked to Anthony Elanga, I believe his name is. Obviously, Club Man Utd Age 21, goals nil, goals 0, spoilers, and assists 1. Okay, you know what? I don't really want us to be signed players like him because, again, his goal record isn't really good or great because I think his goal record isn't good or great because it's not. But his assist record isn't too bad. But again, he's not a player I don't want to be going. You know what? You know what? I actually think he's a player. You know what? I actually don't want scoring from because again, you know what? I think a player like that is a player that obviously. You know what? I think he's a player that could probably do well if we actually signed it. If we actually went out and signed him, but obviously we're not because again, obviously he's sadly already signed for Nottingham Forest, I believe. So you know what? I think he's a player we probably missed out on. I think probably missed out on. That's not missed out on because again, he's a player that might do well for us, but again, he might not do well for them. So okay, you know what? He's a player. I think listen right. Let's think he does well for Nottingham Forest. It goes out like Nottingham Forest, right? I think he might maybe he's trying to go up for him or get. But listen, if he doesn't, no. I think let's sadly we can't sign because one he's signed for Nottingham Forest. So yeah, yeah. Listen, you know what? Listen, can I say something? No, because again, he's on first. Obviously, the other player we've been linked with sadly is no longer available to get. I think we've been linked with Bella El Toure. Bella El Toure. Obviously, we've been linked with him again. I got L or. I got Toure, Bill Toure, belong to him, and obviously club, obviously Armour, Age 21. Again, he's a striker. Again, you know what? We're not now. Obviously, you know what? I would absolutely love. I sound like King. I sound like what's his name? The former Newcastle man. What's his name? Keegan. I sound like him, don't I? I'd love to. No. I don't know. Yeah. There you go. Obviously, yeah. You know what? I think there's a thing recently. I heard a weird strange rumor. Apparently that we won't be signed. Apparently we offered money, but the offer wasn't. You know, I think we had an offer, but the offer was matched by Atalanta. I believe they put a bid, and then obviously that bid I think obviously. Almenria, they obviously accepted that bid, and then obviously we missed out on the player. So again, obviously, no, he's gone to Atlanta, obviously. So what that. So again, you know what? Listen, am I good to see him sign? Yes, I am a little good to see him. I am a little good to see him sign. But again, you know what? Obviously, sometimes in football, you go to a different team, and you know sometimes the money you get off the other team is better than what you get off the team that want to buy him instead. So again, you know, it's a lot like that. But again, you know what? Okay, am I gutted to see him not sign him? Yes, I am a little gutted to see him. Listen, am I gutted to see us not sign him? Yes, I am a little gutted to see us not sign him. I really am. But again, you know what? Football now, obviously, it's like that where you miss out on a player. But obviously, you know what? You know what? I think he would have been a good quad sign. He would have been a good quad signing for. Listen, I think he would have been a good quality. I think he would have been a good quality. Prospect player for us. We could have you know used as a sub or something, but again, obviously wasn't to be. And obviously, there I believe I believe he's been linked. I believe Atlanta got Europe as well. I believe they got new owner. I believe they've got like a new owner, and I believe they got like a new owner, and they're in Europe. You know, obviously they're in Europe as well. So again, you know what? That kind of beats it as well, because like and then look at us. Obviously, because when we narrowly survived our second relegation in a second time round, right? And then obviously the fans just gone out, but yeah, listen, I am a good to be missing, but again, sometimes football you miss out on players, well, sometimes you don't. So is what it is. Yeah, right, obviously, I think these are some latest rumours I've just heard today, really. Obviously, Domic has been linked to Rama again. Domic he's a player that, obviously, he's injury prone. I believe he's gone to Germany to sort this problem out. He's gone. He did train with the first. He did train with the first team. He did separate train. He went with the first team, but did separate training because obviously he's injured and whatnot, stuff like that. Yeah, and obviously, I think few players been. I think Domic has been linked to a few of the clubs, really, and I think a few rumours. I can't remember they are, but I believe there's a few of them. And I believe Mason Holgate has been linked as well with moves, and so many other news. So many other has been linked. I can't remember they are, but I can only remember like a few of them. But they're the ones I remember. Anyway, yeah. Obviously, yeah. Okay, guys, let me first comment below. Do you think we'll sign inheacho from Leicester? Do you think we'll sign Brian Brobbey from Ajax, or do you think we'll sign boulaye from sanernitana or listen, are you a bit like I am? Are you gutted to see us miss out on those two players, or aren't you, or anything like that? Yeah. If you want to see more great video content like this and other great, if you want to see more great video content like this, and listen, you want to see more great video content like this, exclusive videos all the other videos I do, what's the topic, videos like that, and then you want to hear about the latest Everton news, and you want to hear about the latest Everton, and you want to hear about the latest Everton news as well. Obviously, and you want to hear about the latest Everton news as well, and you want to hear about those videos in the first place, and you want to hear about every single video, and you want to hear about every single video uploads to the channel, and you want to hear about every single video that uploads to the channel as well. Yeah. So. Yes, yeah. Okay, sometimes I say things twice because I don't forget it. Yeah, I said it. Cool. Yeah, cool. And obviously, yeah, obviously, you know what? Obviously, one, I said, obviously, if you want to hear about notifications and whatnot, just press on the notification button, not on the button / bell on YouTube. Press that on the channel, and you'll hear about those videos in the first place. So on. Obviously, you want to follow me on social media. I'm on twitter.com/EFCTV. You know what? I'd really appreciate you guys sharing it, giving likes, leaving comments. And yeah, just that. Because you know what? Obviously, if you subscribe to EFC TV, I would absolutely, massively, really appreciate you guys doing it. Because let's guys. Obviously, you know what? Listen, if you guys subscribe to EFC TV, I would absolutely, massively appreciate it. Because one, it massively helps the channel out, as well as I imagine it helps you guys out when you're watching videos on YouTube as well. Yeah. So yeah.